Hey guys, Dabloon here, and today's another BTD6 video, and today's going to be Alpine run on Chimp's Black Border. I'm really excited about this strategy because I did Alpine Run Chimps video about a year ago now, and that one's a little bit messy. And back then I was not really good at making clean, easily replicable strategies. And so now today we're going to clean Alpine Run up and make it just super smooth with a brand new strategy that just wrecks it. And you guys will have zero problems with it at all. Because I was getting a few comments of people having troubles with it, not just because of nerfs from it being older, but just because of how I kind of presented that strategy. So today, guys, it's going to be so easy. And we're going to be using a whole new tower that I've never put on video before, the Sky Shredder. And that thing wrecks it, guys. I don't know how much you guys have used him, but I rarely do, and I should have been, because on this particular map, I think it has a lot to do with this map as well though, but the way he circles around is just so perfect that everything just gets wrecked in his path. And basically what I kind of did was I went on Alpine Run Chimps, on Sandbox, on hard, and I went through and I just placed towers and saw how much money I spent on them and just tried them on 98, 95, things like that. That's what I usually do. And I just tried a bunch on this map. None of them are really doing it for me. And then I tried Sky Shredder, and he pretty much on his own was tearing it down. I'm like, wow, I really won't need that many other towers to supplement him to do this. So I was like, let's do it. And then I was like, let's use the mage because he's one of my favorites. And I know every beginner who's trying to knock out chimps on Alpine Run, Monkey Meadows, all that kind of stuff likes the mage too because he's really strong. And so we're going to be using one of my favorite towers, the mage. We're going to be using the awesome wrecking ball, the Sky Shredder. We're going to be using Quincy that everybody has because he's the first hero you get. And from there, guys, we're just going to be killing it on this one. So it's going to be a probably pretty quick video too, because we're just going to be saving up lots of money during this thing. And then also just a lot of fun because we're going to really knock this thing out very simply. And I'm pretty excited about it. So first, we're going to get Arcane Blast. So all we have right now is a Quincy and a mage. We're not going to get Monkey Sense until after Arcane Mastery because we really don't need camo because Quincy will see camo. Our main thing we got to worry about is lead, and we'll get an alchemist for that in a little bit. And we're just gonna efficiently place all our towers too. So if you guys are newer to the game, it's not just me placing towers like I did on that other Alpine run. It's going to be strategically placed. So we're gonna have everyone in the same village. Everyone that needs to be alchemist will have the alchemist, things like that. And it'll just be kind of a clean, easy strategy to help you guys like boost up into harder rounds and things like that. But guys, we're going to be getting our Arcane Mastery for $1,400, and then we will probably get our, I want to say helicopter every time, but it's Monkey Ace, guys, Monkey Ace. And I want to say helicopter. I don't know why. I think it's just because helicopter pops in my head more than airplane. Yeah, it's because it's airplane. That's why. I don't really say airplane. It's not really a word that's on my tongue too much, but helicopter. Why would helicopter be though either? I don't know, guys. Just roll with it. If I call it a helicopter, you know what I mean, because I am not using a helicopter on this map. So we're using the plane. So whatever I call it, that's what we're using. So we got our Arcane Mastery. Now we're going to get Monkey Sense. And then after Monkey Sense, we're going to get an Alchemist because we need to pop some leads here in a little bit. And so how we're going to do it is normally, you know, I get like a tower like a ninja and then place the Alchemist on him. So the Alchemist buffs him to pop leads, but today we're going to be using him to pop leads, which is kind of cool. So when you place him, make sure he's over to this right little bubble in this area because he's going to be putting his alchemist acidic mixture dip on the helicopter. But we also want to keep him kind of away from Quincy because we are going to get a village and we don't want the alchemist to buff Quincy once he has a range buff. So we're going to go acid pool, save on an acidic mixture dip for now because we don't need it. He's not buffing any towers. And then we'll get faster throwing so we can make sure to destroy all those leads that come out. We get for 540 here. And then next, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to get a village. And the reason why we're doing that is we're not going to upgrade the village. It's not for any particular reason other than to be a placeholder because I want my plane right where I need my plane. And the village, if I put the plane down first, there's a chance I'll mess up on the village. Same with you guys too. So just put the village first. We don't really need all that money, so it doesn't really matter. So we're going to get it right here and we're going to place it as close to Quincy as we can. So remember, go down as far as you can to where it's red, come up and go all the way to the right and go left and then go down again. Right there-ish. I think we're good. There we go. So yeah, so that was just a placeholder. So now you can place your plane and you're going to place him right above the village as low as you can. So close to the village and then over to the right a little bit. Doesn't have to be pixel perfect, just as close as you can to the bottom or the top of the village right there. And then we're going to get rapid fire and we're going to get all of the top paths. So we're going to rapid fire, but also too, guys, what is important is to change it from circle to figure 8, not infinite figure. You don't want them going this way. You want them going this way. And the way he just follows this thing is just perfect. And it just comes up around this corner up in the top right here and just wrecks everything when he's Sky Shredder. It's nuts, guys. It is nuts. So now we're going to get sharper darts. Don't get centered path. So we're done upgrading the bottom path. We're only going top from here because we don't need the centered path. It's not going to help us out here. And we're going to get $1,000 for that fighter plane. And that thing will pretty much wreck the Moab on its own, which is really, really cool. But we're going to get acidic mixture dip. And then we're going to get berserker brew. And it's this simple, guys. Just place, drop, pop, all that kind of stuff. And I'm trying to think here. Let me think. We're on 37. 40 is the Moab. Do I want to upgrade to Sky Shredder or Operation Dartstorm? It will be... I don't know. I feel like the bomb one, this fighter plane's easier. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he shoots out his little rocket missiles anymore once he's Operation Dartstorm, right? It's just the Dartstorm. I could be completely wrong. But either way, I'm not going to upgrade it. I'm just going to upgrade this guy and then wait for the level 40 Moab and just see what we're kind of working with here. And then we'll use the ability on Quincy regardless. So we'll be fine. Like, it's not going to cause a problem. I just don't know if the fighter plane's rockets go away once he's Operation Dartstorm. Who knows? But let's upgrade this guy, get some stronger stimulant. And then as soon as the Moab's in place of Quincy and he starts hitting him, hit that ability. And there you go. Super simple stuff here, guys. Not gonna have any problems. Look at that. All right, so now the next step is we got this guy. He's done. We're never gonna use him again. Him, we need to get to Operation Dartstorm, and then we'll get camo on him as well so we can help out Quincy and the mage, but they're going to do fine for a while. This is such an easy strategy, guys. I don't even know what to say. I try to explain everything thoroughly usually, but there's nothing really to explain. They're just killing it. Let them kill it. They're just doing their job, and it's really, really cool stuff here. So we can get this village up. Let's do that. So we'll get regrow and then radar scanner. And then in a little bit here, I'll skip ahead to when we're going to be unlocking the big guys, but just want to make sure you guys get all these little upgrades first so we don't have any issues. We'll get bigger radius as well. And then we'll also get jungle drums so everybody in this range shoots faster. And so we got him in the range. We got him in the range. Everybody's by this one village, which is really, really nice. Because I know in a lot of my older videos, I would place 2, 3, 4 villages depending on however many towers I place. So now it's always better to have them efficiently placed. Same with your alchemist. Like if we moved our alchemist down just a little bit, he might buff Quincy. And we don't want that because Quincy's not like a power hitter, right? We're going to use him for his abilities later on if we need to. So we just want this guy. And as you can see, because he's just putting all of his energy on this Dartstorm guy, it's constantly buffed, like nearly 100%, which is really, really cool. And he's just going to wreck it. So we got this one upgraded. We're done with that one. We're done with him. We're going to get up to 10,800, and that's going to be our next upgrade. So I'm going to skip to that. All right, so I kind of zoned out there for a little bit, but as you can see, it really doesn't matter. We're still killing it regardless, but we need to get that arcane spike right here. And then our next hurdle we're going to have is going to be round 63. I kind of want to show you guys like how I went through the process, but I don't because then we won't get that black border, and I want to prove to you guys that it is a black border run so you guys don't have any problems. Because what I kind of did was I left it here, and it's obvious just by the math that by 63 we're not going to have enough for Archmage or Sky Shredder, unfortunately. So if we had either of those, 63 would be a breeze, but we're not going to. So unfortunately we have to get another tower here. And you can actually make it through the first 2 waves with just Quincy because you can use his first ability on the first one and his second ability on the second wave, but then you're left with nothing on the third, and that's where it kind of gets a little hairy. So we have to get a third tower in here to be a kind of a power hitter between the mage and this guy. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a boomerang, guys, because he's also going to be in range of the village so he can see camo. He's just awesome in general. And we're going to go top path. And I'm just trying to get it pixel perfect. It doesn't need to be. I'm just real weird about that stuff. So we're going to get more glaives, longer range red hot rings, and now 63 will not be a problem. You might have a little bit of issues, so I'll kind of stick with it with you guys to make sure we make it through okay, because it's wasn't a problem when I did it a couple times. I tested round 63 a few times just to make sure, and how I do that, and I still need to make that challenge editor video for you guys. I really need to do that, how I make my strategies. You guys would literally change your lives on this game. Like if you guys are just trying to beat a level, regardless if you're watching, let's say you're just trying to watch one of my strategies, but you don't want to do it on regular chimps because you want that black border and you don't want to have to hit home screen or anything like that. You go to challenge editor yourself and do it and just get it stuck in your head how to do it. And then from there, it'll be so simple to replicate. And it's just so easy because like on 63, when you're about to win, what you do is you just hit this button and then you hit restart, or not restart, you hit home and you let it and then you immediately restart that level on 63, and then you just do it however many times you want to make sure it's clean. And that's what I do on round 100, round 98, round 99, because I don't want any kind of craziness going on. So I just want to make it perfect. All right, so now what we're going to do We're on 61. 62 is not going to be a problem. And this guy's just so awesome. Like, so I did it without him on 63 just to test it. And it was very, very close. It was not like it was just a decimation, nothing like that, even with just what we have here. But when I threw him down, immediately it starts getting thousands of pops, just blah, 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 blah. So he is a destroyer and I love this guy. And I kind of was like contemplating, should I go him or Archmage? Like I didn't know which one I wanted. And we're going to have enough for all of them actually, so it's kind of cool. But I was like, which one do I want to be the star player here? And I ultimately decided Archmage because he's cool. And I figured a lot of you are going to go Archmage more often than you're going to go Glaive Lord. But either way, guys, solid towers. But Archmage is going to be better for more situations than this guy, unfortunately. So I would stick with him. And this guy's kind of cool because he's cheaper. Because for 10,000 you get Arcane Mastery or Arcane Spike, which is a really awesome ability, or not ability, just a really awesome upgrade. But then for only 30 grand you get his Archmage, so he kind of keeps himself going awesome. This guy has so much in between before that 43,000. You're like, oh man, you need to like step up the game, if that makes any sense. So now that we got 63 out of the way with no problems whatsoever, we're gonna go straight for that Sky Shredder. And that's going to be $23,000 and $200. Oh my gosh, that's a long time. Well, I'm going to skip to that. But in the meantime, if you guys have any troubles or any randomness happens, which it won't, you guys do have your first ability and your second ability, which will get you out of any problems you're going to have. So let's jump ahead to $43,200 for that Sky Shredder. So 75 actually got a little close. I didn't have to use any abilities or anything, but the plane luckily went right here perfectly and shot all these darts up at the last second. I think the mage would have gotten everything anyway, but still I was like, hang on, what are you guys doing here? So I'm going to sit with you guys on 76 to make sure everything goes clean and if we need to use those abilities or not. But we're so close to our Sky Shredder. Even if we have to use an ability, it's not going to make a difference. Not like it's the end of the world. And also, guys, if you guys have made it this far and you do like what you're watching, definitely hit that like button below and then consider subscribing if you are new to this channel, or if you've just been a long time watcher. Subscribing definitely helps and I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I think we're up to over 14,000 right now, which is so crazy. So yeah, just hit those buttons if you can and let's keep on going. So let's check out 76 here. What I'm going to do is if it gets a little crazy is I'm going to use that second ability. I think we'll be okay. We should be okay. Yeah, look at those guys go. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so it's all up to him right now. Can he do it? Can he do it? Yes, he can. Okay, cool. So then 78, we're going to have this before 78. So you guys get to see how cool it is. I think we should anyway. We're not really getting much money here. You think I'd have these things out like time more perfectly, but I think it's more fun just to like sit on the edge of my seat with you guys. So I'm not really sure half the time. We're going to get Sky Shredder sometime today. Okay, there we go. Look at this thing. Have you guys used this before? Because you should. Look at this. Look at this. This is just ridiculousness. Okay, I'm going to put the auto start back on and just like, look at this. I can't even see the screen. Like I remember when I used to only play on my phone, this thing would actually lag my phone out because it's just like not this one, but I know that like the plane in general. So if I would have used this one, it would have been like crazy. And then so I was like, what's going on here? Look at this thing go. Oh my gosh. But I want to check my pops before this thing gets too out of hand. We got 137 on this guy, 60 on him. 60. This guy caught up that quick. That's how cool this little monkey is. And then we got like 12 on him. That's not that cool. And 10 on him, which is really nice. So this guy's going to be our top hitter for sure. But once we get Archmage, that's going to change as well. I think we're going to go Archmage. You know what actually made me just change? Like I was going to use this guy and I really wanted to use the boomerang as my second power tower because for one reason, because I've been putting my face in all of these monkeys for the thumbnails, if you guys couldn't tell, and he would be kind of fun to make a face and go like that to put my face in. But this one with the Archmage is actually really tough because all that's left is eyes with that Gandalf beard going, and there's no face for this one. So I was like, should I just put this monkey as the main one? So then I was like, you know what I could do here? Quincy's been here since round 1 or round 3, whatever. We're going to put our face in Quincy. So if I can make it happen, I'm going to be in Quincy, guys. I'm going to be Quincy's face, a little wolf hat on. We'll see if it works out. Sometimes they're a lot tougher than I thought. And it just gets a little weird. So you guys got to deal with my weirdness, but that's the whole part of this thing. So now we just need $34,000 for the Archmage. But honestly, like, I want to test it, but again, I want to make sure we get that black border. I didn't test it this way just for the fun of it, but I should have to see if this guy can rock it from here. Because like I said, I just used the Sky Shredder with a village on 95, and it killed all the DDTs. Like, it didn't clean up all the balloons underneath, like all the ceramics, but it cleaned up all the DDTs. So I was like, okay, well, just with what we got here, this guy might actually open up all the, you know, kill all the balloons along with this guy, and Quincy has the abilities. We might be able to do it, but we're not going to take any chances, guys. We have a ton of money. We're going to have a ton of money left over to where I'm even going to buy this guy as well, the Glaive Lord, at the end. So we're pretty much just doing whatever. So at this point, guys, it is up to you. You actually don't even need to get the Archmage. If you want to use a different tower, be my guest, do whatever you want. You guys can use glue gunners, tack shooters, pretty much anything at this point is going to work, because this guy's going to pretty much do most of the job on his own. So an Ice Impale that I've showed you guys before, it's a beautiful, beautiful tower. Goes, you know, goes 0 to 5 on this guy, and he's going to wreck it. And just whatever you want. Or if you want to follow it and just make sure you get it just like I have it here, then let's do it this way. We do have our Archmage, our little Gandalf the gray here, Gandalf the white, and he's gonna wreck it, and you'll see him catch up in pops too, because he's pretty awesome. Not catch up, but get farther than this guy. So the next thing we're gonna do is just kind of, I'll skip back in a little bit here. I don't think I'm gonna wait till like 98 or 99, but I am gonna kind of get up a little bit more money here so we can get closer to that Glaive Lord in the end of this game. I said this guy was going to catch up. That was completely a lie, because look at this guy's only around 150 something. This guy's already up to almost 1 million. So Sky Shredder is definitely going to get more, and it makes sense. He's covering the whole map and he's ready to go. But I wanted to show you guys 95 just because this one's really cool for me, because 95 is where I always go to make sure these towers can beat it. If they can beat 95, they can most likely beat 98, 99, but you have to be able to beat 95. But then you might die 98. But I always test 95, 98, and 100. That's how I make sure that those tower combinations can make it, because 95 is full of DDTs, 98 is full of just carnage, and 100 is completely different. So you might have perfect popping towers for all these balloons on 98 and 95, but then you can't beat the bad. So this was what I tested, and the Sky Shredder alone tore up all the DDTs. So I knew that for a fact the Archmage would clean up all the balloons underneath. And look at this, they're not even going to make it to the bottom here, guys. This is crazy. And that is so cool. And I'm really excited to see 98 as well. But I think we're going to get this guy and just make it completely stupid, because once we get him, no balloon will walk through his path, which will just be crazy. And then also he'll take anything from, I think, from like a BFB down too. So especially because he's on a little corner here. Yeah, no Moab's going to get through. No anything's. Let's watch this. Yeah, look at that guy go. So cool. He was one of my favorites back in BTD5 for sure, but it was well, technically it was the one below him. He had like that white cloak on, or gray cloak, and that was the one that had the circles, the Glaive Lord around him. But now they've upped into a 5th tier with this purple, which looks really cool. But in the last game he was around like 8 grand. He was kind of expensive, and 8 grand was expensive because the Apache was like 20 something grand or 17 grand. That was really expensive too. Now you have so much more money in this game. But yeah, but I use them a lot. I love that guy. So it's really cool to actually get to use him here. But as you can see, we are on 99. We have 15 grand left. You can get other things if you want. I guess like a, what would you get? Like an MIB maybe? I don't know. Seems to be doing just fine there. So what we're going to do is we are going to use our second ability right away. Let's help him out here. Yeah, there we go. Let's get some pops going. At this point, you guys can just put down towers if you want to like help pop the bad. I'm not going to, but you can put down like maybe like a Moab Mauler, or, you know, a little spike or attack shooter right here, the bottom path. Is it the bottom path? Yeah, go to the like overdrive or whatever. You have enough money for that, and just anything to help pop this thing. But we're going to use Quincy as well to help it a little bit, because as long as he pops it somewhere in this area, which he's definitely going to, judging by how fast he's opened up the tail already, we're going to be fine. And the Sky Shredder can do most of the job on its own, which is really cool. And it looks like we just destroyed this guys with 0 problems. And then there was so many times, like if you would have had an issue, you had an ability to use too. So you're totally fine with this strategy. You should have no problems. All the comments should be like, I was able to do it. No like issues, hopefully no issues. And if you guys do have issues, let me know, definitely. And we can probably fix those or kind of clean it up a little bit. So I really hope you guys like this strategy. Definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I think Friday is going to be a little weird, but Dark Castle Impoppable. I figured out finally how to do it with no monkey knowledge. So I think that will be kind of fun. I wanted to do Dark Castle half cash really bad with no monkey knowledge, but guys, I'm not that good. So we're going to do Dark Castle Impoppable. For those of you who are trying to use my chimp strategy, just can't get there. So we're going to do Impoppable, make it super easy. But I hope you guys like this. It was super easy Alpine run chimps video, and I will see you guys next time.